Humanity disappears for 1,000 years. Imagine waking up after a deep slumber, only to find yourself in a world you no longer recognize. The cities are silent ruins, nature has reclaimed the streets, and there is no sign of another living human being. What happened to the world? Where did everyone go? In this scenario, humanity has chosen to enter a 1,000-year sleep. Scientists have developed underground bunkers equipped with the perfect conditions to sustain life, while robots monitor the sleepers. These machines ensure that the people remain in a state of suspended animation and that their bodies stay healthy. The entire human race has collectively decided to leave the planet to its own devices, giving Earth a long overdue break from human influence. While the concept of cryogenic sleep is often found in science fiction, let us explore what would truly happen if humans were absent for an entire millennium. What would become of our cities, our monuments, and the technology we rely on? How would nature react to the sudden disappearance of the dominant species on Earth? More importantly, what would happen when humanity finally awakens from its self-imposed slumber? Would they find a paradise reborn or a world that no longer belongs to them? This is not just a hypothetical thought experiment. It is a glimpse into the resilience of nature and the fragility of human civilization. As we embark on this journey through time, we will see how the Earth transforms, how structures decay, and how life thrives in a world without humans. Let's dive in and uncover the fate of our planet in 1,000 years of solitude. The first days after humanity disappears. The first day after the last human closes their eyes, the world falls into an eerie silence. The once bustling cities filled with car horns, conversations, and machinery now stand in stillness. Power plants, deprived of human maintenance, begin to shut down. Electricity flickers and dies across the globe, plunging the planet into darkness. The only place still illuminated is Las Vegas, where hydroelectric power continues to function, though its neon glow now shines on empty streets. Within the first week, nature hesitantly starts reclaiming urban spaces. Wild animals, once wary of human presence, begin exploring the abandoned streets. Raccoons scavenge freely through supermarkets, foxes dart through empty highways, and deer cautiously wander through city parks, no longer confined to the outskirts of human civilization. Without janitors or security guards, these animals quickly settle into their new territories. The consequences of human absence become even more evident after a month. Refrigerators and freezers in homes, supermarkets, and restaurants cease to function, causing massive food spoilage. The air becomes thick with the stench of decaying meat and rotting produce, attracting scavengers such as vultures, rats, and insects. With no one to clean up, nature accelerates its grip on human infrastructure. Pets left behind would struggle to survive. While some cats may adapt and become feral hunters, many domesticated animals, including dogs, would find it difficult to compete in the wild. However, in this scenario, humans took their beloved pets into the underground bunkers, ensuring their survival alongside them. The absence of human presence has set the stage for nature to regain control. In the coming years, the world as we know it will undergo rapid transformation. The disappearance of mankind is just the beginning of an unprecedented ecological shift. 1 year later, the world begins to change rapidly. 1 year has passed since humanity entered its 1,000-year sleep. The world is no longer the same. Without engineers and technicians to oversee water management systems, underground pipes begin to crack and leak. Flooding occurs in various cities, particularly in low-lying areas like New Orleans, Venice, and Amsterdam. With no one to repair the damage, water gradually overtakes the infrastructure, submerging entire neighborhoods. At sea, chaos unfolds as ships drift aimlessly. Ports are no longer supervised, allowing massive cargo ships to break free from their moorings. Some crash into each other, while others drift endlessly across the oceans. Meanwhile, rats aboard these ships, having consumed the last remnants of human provisions, turn to cannibalism or attempt to reach land in search of food. By now, nature has begun its full takeover of urban spaces. Vines creep up skyscrapers, moss carpets the sidewalks, and trees sprout from the cracks in the pavement. Cities like Tokyo, London, and New York slowly transform into lush forests, their towering buildings swallowed by greenery. The urban jungle is becoming a real jungle. Meanwhile, domesticated animals that were once reliant on human care either struggle to adapt or perish. Some farm animals, such as cows and chickens, are ill-equipped to survive in the wild without human protection. However, certain species thrive, packs of former pet dogs form hunting groups, and wild boars move into urban centers, thriving in the absence of human interference. 10 years into humanity's absence, the world is unrecognizable. Major dams and hydroelectric plants begin to collapse, triggering widespread floods. Some of the greatest engineering feats of mankind, bridges, tunnels, and skyscrapers, start showing the first signs of decay. Without maintenance, structures weaken, and over time, even the most resilient buildings will succumb to nature's relentless force. The planet is entering a new phase, one where the environment flourishes and human influence fades. What will become of civilization as the years continue to pass? Let's move forward in time and witness the fate of our world as it enters a future without us. 50 to 300 years, the complete collapse of human civilization. 50 years into humanity's slumber, nature has fully reclaimed the world. Forests now thrive in former urban centers, and animal populations have surged. The absence of human activity has allowed wildlife to roam freely, creating new ecosystems in places where concrete once ruled. Predators like wolves and big cats, previously forced to retreat due to human expansion, return to reclaim their lost territories. At the 100-year mark, the grand monuments of human civilization begin to crumble. The Golden Gate Bridge, the Eiffel Tower, and the Brooklyn Bridge show severe structural damage due to corrosion and weathering. Skyscrapers once thought to be indestructible start collapsing as their foundations weaken, turning financial districts into fields of rubble. Art and cultural relics do not fare much better. The Louvre Museum, once home to priceless masterpieces, succumbs to the elements. The Mona Lisa, exposed to moisture and bacteria, fades into oblivion. Paper records and digital storage devices deteriorate beyond recognition, erasing much of human history. By 300 years, cities like Washington, D.C. and Los Angeles have been overtaken by nature. Many structures have completely collapsed, while underground tunnels and subway systems have caved in. London and Amsterdam, built on water, are now entirely submerged. Without human intervention, civilization has been reduced to ruins, and Earth has reverted to a world where nature reigns supreme. 500 to 1,000 years, Earth without a trace of humanity. At the 500-year mark, the last remnants of human civilization are almost entirely erased. The Statue of Liberty has crumbled, its copper body corroded beyond recognition. New York City, once the beating heart of the modern world, is nothing more than a dense, overgrown forest. Venice has long since vanished beneath the waters, and most traces of human habitation are now buried under layers of sediment and vegetation. After 1,000 years, only the strongest structures remain. Ancient wonders, like the pyramids of Giza and the Great Wall of China, which were built to withstand time itself. The only lasting evidence of human existence lies beyond Earth, where lunar and Martian rovers sit undisturbed, testaments to a civilization that once reached for the stars.